Hello, my name is Lynnell Grimes, and I am here again to go into some chair yoga poses, seated and standing. And I've got my cheat sheet today because sometimes I need to make some notes on some things. So I'm going to sit at the edge of my chair to start. I've got shoes on. You can be barefoot if you choose. You could have yoga socks on that have some stuff on the bottom that's sticky that won't make you slide, whatever you choose. So to get started today, let's just observe our breath. Yoga is all about the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. I always close my eyes when I start going into yoga breathing. And if you find yourself doing the same, enjoy just listening to your breath and connecting a little deeper with mind, body, spirit. And count to 4 on your inhale and 4 on your exhale. And observe where your breath is going. Think about the belly, the chest, and last, the throat. And as you exhale, push the air out, belly, chest, and throat. So inhaling into the chest, the belly, the chest, and the throat, and the belly. And observe how tall you're sitting. See if you can get a little taller with each inhalation. And as we set the stage for our yoga practice today, by becoming present, notice what you smell. If your eyes are open, notice what you're gazing at. Do you like your focal point, or do you need to move your chair? What do you hear in the background? What do you taste in your mouth? And let's bring our arms down to the side. We're going to add some slow movement. Inhale, arms come up just wherever they feel comfortable. And exhale, let them slowly slide down. Arms to the front, inhaling up. Exhaling down. So starting with our shoulders, the ball and socket joint. Inhale, exhale. And arms front, inhale, exhale. And here we go, inhaling up. Rotate the palms, reach and extend through those arms. Palms go down and arms come down. Inhale, arms come up. And how high can your arms go? Do they stop before the ears? Do they come up by the ears? Where is your expression today? In your shoulders. And arms come down. And again, inhaling up. Reach and extend. Feel the full expression of your pose right now. And exhale, coming down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Well, that was pretty good on the shoulders. Let's just lift alternating heels right now. So one heel pushes down and one goes up. Heel and heel. And now lift both heels up and up. So we're starting to say hello to the ankles. Hello to the hamstring muscles and the calf muscles. And let's bring a knee up. Hugging the knee up. You can grab the outside of it if you can have your hands on top of each other. Just see how this feels. And change sides. So first, just lifting up the knee. See where it wants to go. Hands can be underneath. This helps you sit up taller. If you come here, you can round your back a little bit, just stretch. And bring it down. So I'm feeling something in my hips here. I'm gonna take my feet out and I'm gonna actually turn toes, heels, and toes. Come back. See how that feels through the outside and inside of the hips. Toes out, heels out, toes. Toes in, heels, and toes. Now, some people have some things going on with their hips where everything wants to turn in too far. So they're tight. So we're just gonna see how this hip feels, just opening that foot a little bit. Open the hip and toe to the front. Open the hip, toe to the front. Let's change legs. Take it out and bring it forward. Out. So we're warming up the hips, getting into knees and ankles. We're sitting tall. So tap it out and tap it forward. Tap it out and tap it forward. Out and forward. Now taking them a little wider and a little bit more in front, tap it in and straight ahead. Tap in, straight ahead. Tap in, and where do you feel that up here? Tap in, straight ahead. So try to have your hands, eyes looking at your feet so that you are working through that hip. Let's change feet. In, straight ahead. In, straight ahead. In. Let's do two more. And the last one. And bring those feet in. Inhale up with the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, open up in chest expansion. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Elbows pressing back a little bit, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and pretend you're hugging a tree. So tuck the tailbone a little bit and feel that my shoulders are over my hips, but I'm rounding my spine. So as we inhale in chest expansion, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale, hug the tree. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hug the tree. Inhale, open up so it's a moving cow-cat. Exhale, hug the tree, tucking the tailbone, so feel the spine curving. But my shoulders are still over my hips. Inhale, open. We're gonna do the standing in a little bit. And exhale, hug the tree. Inhale, keep those shoulders over the hips. Open up the heart. Exhale, hug the tree. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hug the tree. And hands on our thighs. Hinging from our hips. And come back up. Our first twist, hand is going to be on the leg. And actually both hands on the leg. And just turn and look over your shoulder. Come back to center. Both hands on the outside of the leg, lengthen spine. And as you turn, feel your rib cage, your shoulders, and last your head turning. And back to center. Hinging from our hips. Imagine we were in a chair pose standing up. Put one hand on your hip and look over your shoulder. Come back to center. Hand goes on the top of your glute and look toward that back elbow. And right here and coming up. Let's sit back a little bit in our chair. Actually sit all the way back in your chair. Feel the spine, the shoulders supported. Hands on the side and grip, point and flex, and down, and point and flex, and down, and again, up, and up, down, and down. Now take the right foot up, and left, and down, and left. Feel the quadricep group, feel the abdominals. Down, down, and right, up, down, down. Let's take both of them up. Core engaged, activating, pushing the navel to the spine and the spine toward the back of your chair. Can you bring your arms up? Nice. See how this feels, a supported boat pose. Feel what's happening through your core. Push your Tailbone down, push the sit bones down, navel pulling the spine. Make sure the shoulders are pressing down away from ears. And let's rotate wrists and ankles. And reverse. And arms come down and slowly bring those legs down. That was pretty intense on the quadricep group. Back to the edge of our chair again. Let's take one leg out and come back. Take the other leg out and back. Inhaling out, exhale, come back. Inhale and exhale. So let's see if we can just take this leg out and in without holding on to it. Let's just see how strong this hip is. If you need to tap out in the front and the side, take your time and do the tap. Let's change legs, core engaged. This left foot is pushing down into the earth and open the hip and close. And open and close. Two more. Open, close. Last one. Open and close and down. Taking left arm up, right hand here. Reach and side body stretch. Draw the abdominals in. Notice what you feel going on through the left side. Now, if you gaze up, observe your neck. And maybe it's a better choice to turn the head gazing down toward the hand on the chair. And coming up, being very conscious of our cervical vertebra through the neck area. Reaching up, extend, engaging abdominals, feet pushing down into the earth. And as you come into the side body, allow the body to tell you where to stop. Feel the edge of the pose. And again, see if it feels good to turn the head up toward the hand. How does that feel on your neck? And then, how about going down toward the earth, looking down toward where that hand is on the chair? What is the neck saying in this pose? And coming back and down. Ah, that felt pretty good. Shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. Notice if you feel tingling in your hands sometime as we push the energy through our body and out our body. Splay your fingers. Feel what's happening is pretend you're Spider-Man, pushing threads out, webbing out all of the fingers in the palm of your hand. And arms come down. And with the hands turning in, push the fingers out. And imagine that thread is coming out right from the wrist. And relax the hands down. And arms come here and put your hands over your heart. Take some deep breaths. Staying connected to your heart today. And maybe your eyes were closed, taking that work deeper inside your body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms come down, and let's hug the knee up to our chest. And let's begin to circle around the ankle. And reverse. Massage underneath that knee. You can put your leg down and massage all around the top of that knee. And let's lift that leg up and slowly circle around the knee. The circles do not have to be big. Notice your core, you're sitting up tall. Your right foot is pushing down into the earth. And bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down, hugging up the right leg. Let's circle around that ankle and reverse. And massage underneath that knee. Now you can keep the leg up or bring it down. And just see how everything's feeling. And all around the knee. And then grabbing that leg up again and circle around the knee. Lengthen your spine, Engage abdominals. And put that leg down. Coming up to standing. So sitting back just a little bit in your chair. Hands can be on your thighs. Inhale, coming up. So our chair is right behind us. We know where our chair is. Hands are going to be at heart center. Inhale, tall. As you exhale, push your hips back, coming down about halfway. Right here, we're going to take our left hand on our right leg. Take your right hand on your right glute and look over your shoulder. Hands come back to heart. Inhale. As we exhale, right hand on the left leg, left hand on top of the glute, and look toward that left elbow. And hands back to center. Inhale up and exhale down. So one of the best things for aiding digestion are twisting poses. So the chair twist is really good, seated or standing. And walking is one of the best ways to get the digestive system moving, because when you walk, swing those arms a little bit and feel what happens to your body. So hands to heart, we're going to twist one more time. Inhale, tall. Exhale, push the hips back. Now it's up to you how shallow your squat is. Just feel the glutes active, the abdominals engaged, spine is neutral. So I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see I'm not dropping my heart, keeping my shoulders over my hips. And as I twist to the left, hand comes on my quad and my glute, and I'm going to just turn and look toward my back elbow. So my spine is still neutral, my heart is still lifting. Come back to center. And I'm going to turn around so I don't have my back to you. So here we go, we're in our prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hand is on quad and glute. And just turn, looking over the shoulder, and you can drop that left shoulder and breathe into the twist. Now what happens with the knees, come back to center and come up. So oftentimes what happens is the knees want to move in this pose. If you sit back in chair and keep your knees in the same plane, so the movement, notice right here, my knees have not moved. I'm just going to turn my body, my shoulders, and my head. So knees and hips stay to the front. Come back to center. So again, shoulders turn as my hand goes to my glute and my quad, and I just turn the shoulders and the head. Knees have not moved. So the tendency is to have one leg shift in front of the other because you're bringing the movement into your hips. So this is in the torso. And hands on the thighs, inhale up, reaching up, and hands come to the heart, center, and over our heart. Take a couple breaths. So we're going to transition behind our chair so we can start working on some foot patterns today. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to stand on the side, and I want you to just have your feet hip width apart and lift one heel and lift the other heel. So pretend you're like on an elliptical or something, and just shift the weight side to side. Notice how tall you're standing, your ears are over your shoulders, and just feel all parts of the foot when you press that heel down. So not just sinking into the outer edge of the foot, but feeling the big toe, the baby toe, the heel, both sides of your heel. And press, and press. And let's go a little faster. Hello ankles, hello knees, hello hips. So sometimes we might just need a little bit of a warm up like this before we go outside for our walk, or before we walk around our house a lot. Let's get the blood flowing to all of the joints in the body, in the lower part of our body. Now, both heels are going to lift both toes and rock back and forth on the heels and toes. And just observe how this feels. So today our balance pose is going to be, let's take the left foot back and the right foot forward. So I'm going to turn to the side just a little bit. So now we're going to rock the heel, lift the heel, and lift the toe. And rock. And feel that heel pushing down as you lift the toes. Now if you have your feet too close together, this becomes kind of scary. So always step a little bit wider so you have more confidence. What makes you feel confidence standing as we shift these feet back and forth? Now, if this is becoming easy, you're going, I got this. Let's start to do a little balance by lifting up the front foot. Putting it down, heel toe, lifting up the back foot, bending that knee a little bit. And toe, heel coming down, lift the toe, lift the heel, lift the leg. It doesn't have to be high. Shift and then lifting the back toe. Toe goes down, heel goes down. Shift, the toe lifts, the heel lifts. It's up to you how high you lift, how far you lean. So let's see if we can shift into the back leg, lifting the toe, lifting that knee up. And how much control do you have coming down? Okay, let's change legs. Let's shake it out first. Now, left foot is forward, right foot is back. Chair is here anytime you need it, okay? So first, again, I gotta widen up my stance. If I got a narrow stance, I'm already kind of not feeling very strong and stable. So right here, lifting the heel, shift the weight back and lifting the toe. And shift the weight to the front foot and heel lift. And how does that feel in the bottom of your foot? How does that feel through your ankle and your calf muscle? And here we go. So we're shifting. And notice your core because you know the balance is coming now. We haven't done it yet. And maybe you don't want to do the balance. Maybe this is enough balance for you today. So listen to your body. And I am going to try to lift this back foot. Doesn't have to be high. Control it. Hand can be on the chair. Lifting. Doesn't have to be very high off the ground. But what I want you to be aware of is if you shift and you lift, are you going like coming back down jerky? So control it. And if you need the chair to control, finding core, use the chair. Heel, toe down, heel, lifting. Heel down, toe, ball toe, lift the heel, bend that leg. How's your balance today? Life is about balance. Balancing everything we do every day. Work and play. And one more time. And release. Okay, let's take our legs out wide. An easy little rotation. Lift your heel. And I have to move away from my chair a little bit so I don't hit my chair. Keep the arms low and just get a little twist going on. And coming back to center. So we're going to do a standing cow-cat. I'm going to turn this side a little bit. So hands are going to be right here, and we're going to turn my hands out, and I'm going to tuck the tailbone. Look down at the floor. Draw the belly in. And as I lift the crown of my head and my tailbone, I'm going to bring my hands neutral and slide the shoulders down the back. And turn those fingers in and round the back. Draw the abdominals in. Feel the stretch in your spine. And hands on your thighs and push the tailbone back away from the crown of your head, lifting the heart. And one more time, turn those hands in and around the back. And hands on the thighs and lift the heart. And come all the way up, reaching those arms up. Turn the palms toward me, fingers go to the back wall. Imagine you're holding up the ceiling. You're doing a handstand. Fingers up, and rotate those wrists, bringing them all the way down. Okay, so earlier we did the balancing, we did the movement where now we're going to step back on the toe and we're going to open up in the chest expansion. We're going to step up and pretend you're hugging a tree. Now step back with your right foot, lift the heel, and arms are up here. And again, if you need the chair, you can have the chair and hug the tree. Lifting up the left heel, step back, take those arms up again. Step up, hug the tree. Lifting the right heel, stepping back, open down low. Feel that chest expansion. And coming up, hug the tree. One more time, stepping back. Arms up or down, what feels the best for you? Do you like this expression or do you prefer this one? You choose. And give yourself a real hug. All right, open up, stepping back one more time. Choose where you want to be. Now, notice my feet are pretty close together. If I feel I need more balance, I'm just going to step out wider. Staying on that back heel, on the ball of the foot, the heel is lifted. And give yourself a hug. All right, let's go into a triangle today. Taking our legs wide, turning the right foot out, and the left toe turns in. So I'm going to angle this chair over a little bit further. And here we are. We're going to reach and come back up. And reach and turn that palm up, turn the back hand up, and reach. And again, one more time, reach and come back. This time we're going to reach all the way as far as our body wants us to go, and we're going to hinge. Now this arm can be here, this hand can be at the hip. You can have it right here. You can lift it up to the sky. You can let this arm keep dangling. Your core is working hard, or push the back of that arm into your leg and see what you feel. Either look down or straight ahead or up. Keep breathing. And inhale, come up. Bending that front knee. As you turn this right palm up, slide this hand down the leg and feel the strong, stable pose in a reverse warrior. Notice your breath. And arms come out. Hands come down. Let's turn our toes to the front. And hands on your hips. Hinging down halfway. Reaching arms back. Airplane pose. Squeeze those arms toward your rib cage. Draw the belly up to your spine. Strong, long legs. And hands to the hips and come up. So right here, just lean back a little bit. Squeeze the glutes. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Ah, doesn't that feel good? And come back up. Okay, let's turn to the other triangle. Left foot turns out. Feel that hip opening. Right toe turns in. Arms out. So we're going to reach here, left palm up, and come back. So just as we reach, just observe the range of motion in your hips as you slide through those hips and spine. And here's the one we're going to complete our triangle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Now this arm, again, one for earth, one for sky. Draw the abdominals in as you feel that arm just dangling, or anchor it against your leg wherever it lands. Notice how this side feels compared to your other side of the triangle. Gaze down, straight ahead, or up. And inhale, come back up. Bending that knee, turning the left palm up. Let this arm slide down the leg as we have the counter pose. And it always feels so good. And coming back. And arms down, turn your toes to the front, and let's step all the way in. So the next movement is going to be, again through the hips, it's going to be the moving chair, the moving tree. So we're going to have our weight on our left leg, and this toe is going to be up, and we're going to take the toe out and take the toe in. Now you can have one hand on your hip here, toe out, toe in. So actually it's the knee that's going out. Notice the range of motion you've got in this hip as we rotate it out, external rotation, and coming back, and out, and in, and out. And right here, bring that heel above the ankle for your kickstand and your toes are down. Hands to the heart. Find your focal point in your breath. Now for the hand mudra today, let's have all three fingers, no, our pointer, our middle, and our ring finger touching our thumbs, and our pinkies are left out. Nice, gentle on the hands. Notice where you feel the pose. Inhale, exhale, coming out of the pose. So let's change sides. I'm going to move my chair over. And here we are. So now we're sinking into that right leg. Feel the foundational foot, all sides of the foot. And we're going to take that knee out and to the front. And notice that most of the weight is on that right leg. But we feel all parts of the leg. Make sure you're just not sinking into the outer edge. Feel that big toe pushing down. Feel the inner thigh on that right leg. And all the muscles around the hip. Out. Tap it in. Turn it out. And in. And out. And in. And hold this one out. Just notice the range of motion. Bringing the heel in closer. Above the ankle and the toes are down. So there's your kickstand for your tree pose today. If you can, release the chair. If that's not possible, you can have one hand at your heart. Just cover your heart and close your eyes. If you want both hands at your heart, you can do this. Or coming up with pointer, middle, and ring touching the thumb, and the pinkies are relaxed and long. 3 more deep breaths. And hands to heart. Hands covering the heart. And bring that foot down. All right, that was awesome. I hope you're feeling a little more balanced. But how does the back feel? Let's go into our modified down dog. Again, your desk, your office desk, your kitchen counter, a chair. Just make sure that it's not on wheels. We never want wheeling chairs in chair yoga. So the base of my palm is on the top. I'm going to start to step back. I'm going to push the tailbone away from the crown of my head. I'm going to squeeze my arms toward my ears. And I'm going to just see what my spine is saying. And first, go to puppy dog tail. Just wiggle your glutes back and forth a little bit and just see how the side of the body feels doing that. Draw the abdominals in and activate your quads. So pull your kneecaps up your quads and get a little longer. And observe where you feel the downward facing dog today. Keep your fingers long and relaxed, not pushing on anything hard with the hands. Bend the knees, look to the front, and step up. And hands on the glutes. Thumbs up, wrapping around. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down, and lift the heart. Now, I didn't lift my chin very much, so if you want to take the chin up, be very careful with those cervical vertebrae. Better to just squeeze the glutes and feel the ribs lifting off the hips. And coming up. And let's go back to our chair. So in the chair, taking it right into our side lunge. Let's just see how this feels. And let's take our arms out. Leaning back just a little bit, lengthen your spine. And taking the back arm and reaching it back And observe if you can turn looking toward that back hand. And bring that arm back up. And now take this arm out and reach back. Keeping it down low. Good, and I'm not turning my head on this one. I'm just reaching that arm back. And bring the arm back up. And hands to heart. Palms push against each other. All right, arms out here again. Now, taking this right arm, slide it back. And then observe if you want to turn your head and look back toward that hand. Now, the arm doesn't go up high. You don't want to irritate that shoulder. Keep it down low and keep reaching actively out the left arm. And come back and hands to heart. That's pretty intense. Let's change sides. So we're adding a twist with our seated lunge today. So again, one glute on the chair. You've got to have movement through this hip. You've got to be able to go on that back toe. Let that knee sink, let that hip sink. Arms to the front. And if you lean back or just lengthen your spine, now we're going to take that right arm, the left arm. We're going to bend the elbow, reach back, thumb is up, arm is low, and turn the head. And slowly bring that arm back. And now let's take this right arm down and open. And coming back. On this side, let's see if the arms want to go up. Take a couple breaths. And hands come to the heart. And hands can cover the heart. So let's try that one more time with the twist. Now, if you want, you can just bring this hand right to your glute. Or extend it back. Your shoulder, your chest is going to allow you, tell you what, and you might have your thumb down, if that feels better. And bring that arm to the front. Now sweeping this arm down. So, how about thumb down? Feel the rotation going on. Thumb up. What feels the best on your arms, on your spine, your shoulder? And arms come back. And hands to heart. Let's sit to the front. And getting our eagle, our pigeon pose, our seated pigeon. Flex that ankle. And lengthen spine and just hinge forward about 2 inches. Take a couple breaths. We're just about to the end of this practice today. So a lot of these twisting poses are good for aiding digestion. And as we get closer to New Year's and all these football games and everything going on in our lives, we might be eating things we normally don't eat. So drink lots of water and add some twisting to your day. Add some more walking to burn off some more calories if you're increasing your caloric consumption right now. And coming up. And hey, don't be afraid to get on that scale and check it out. You'd be surprised how you're doing. Arms coming out. And hands coming over the heart. Take good care of your heart. Take good care of your body. Remembering that motion is lotion. So if you're achy and you have twinges in the hinges, move, put some music on, dance, do some chair yoga poses, and stay active. Namaste.